Hello, this is the RPG Crawler, and welcome to my channel update for May 2017. Every month, I go ahead and do one of these, sometimes at the beginning of the month, sometimes at the end of the month, where I just let you, the viewer, know what's been going on the last month and what my plans for the future are, and give you the opportunity to give me feedback, what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, etc., etc. It's the best place to go ahead and give me feedback and or requests, and throw them all under one video. First of all, a couple things happened in the last month, and the first thing I want to address is thank you all the new subscribers, thank you all the new viewers. I finally reached my 1,000 subscriber goal. Yes, I know it's relatively modest growth for a YouTube channel, but I am just tickled pink about it. I was not expecting to get 1,000 people interested in my content when I started doing this. It's basically a hobby, and it's still been basically a hobby all the way through. And reaching that goal is just honestly really great for me. Here's to the next, I'll go ahead and give another update on the next 500. But seriously, thank you all. Really appreciate it. It's really been beyond my imagining. I hope that I continue to be entertaining to you and continue to touch on various role-playing game concepts that that you find either interesting or informative on. I know I'm a little bit scattershot on my content, but hey, if it's a role-playing game, chances are I'm probably interested in it. Next thing that happened is those of you who have been watching me for a while know that last month I was talking about getting a new system, and most of you probably know that I got a new system, but yes, I finally got a new system. So when I pick up my Oblivion Let's Play again, or when I pick up my Skyrim Let's Play again, or when I do more modern games, I can finally do so without all the frame rate stuttering problems that I've had for quite some time, at least for a couple years, hopefully. And then, of course, you know, the march of technology continues. Then I'll be looking for another upgrade. But I did go into a little bit of debt on it, but I think it was well worth it. And we'll hope that it serves me well for another couple years. Got to admit, I got 8 years out of the last computer, so you know, hopefully this one will be, you know, even part of that. Anyway, I've been, you know, adjusting my content a little bit. I've been working on polishing my RPG News roundup a bit. I was expecting to do like a complete format shift on that just in 1 week, but I got super busy offline. In case you haven't noticed, why I've only been doing a bare minimum of one video a day, if that. I got super busy offline trying to help a family member move out, and then after that, a couple other offline issues came up. I had to deal with running some family members around and doing some yard work and repairs and such. It's early summer, it's that time, so I had to get it all done. So hopefully that'll calm down soon, and I can go ahead and devote myself more to more videos. I have you guys have been suggesting great video ideas to me. I've been noting the majority of them down. I have something like 30 non-series or special series videos in the queue in various stages of planning and or note-taking. The next major one I have to do, now that I'm getting Tabletops and Taverns back on track. It fell off the rails for a month plus. I'm getting the RPG story time back on track. I want to do at least 2 of those a month, and at least 2 Tabletops and Taverns a month. We'll see how that goes. I actually had another Tabletops and Taverns due to release pretty soon. I'm probably going to throw that one back to the drawing board, though, because it covers OSR and retro clones. And in my research, after I'd already got it filmed and everything ready to edit, I was doing more research on another video I wanted to do, and I've noticed that things are starting to change in the OSR movement, and I'm not a part of that. I respect it. I don't consider myself a part of the OSR, even though I love the old edition D&D games and similar. But I do like to keep an eye on it. So I will be probably going back to the drawing board on that one, editing a few things, refilming it, recutting it, and then we'll have that one up probably early next month. I need to go ahead and finish off my AD&D version, my AD&D entry in my D&D retrospective. I wanted to get it out last month. It just never got done. I it's been sitting there staring at me with the script and the footage like the script's done and the footage is like halfway done, and I just have not had time real life to just sit down and get the thing finished. Like I get halfway through it and then I say, oh wait, this isn't flowing right. I want to go ahead and re-script it a bit. So I go back to the drawing board and I get back into it. I want to do it well because Advanced Dungeons & Dragons is the first edition of D&D that really holds a special place in my heart. So I kind of want to get that one right. And I'd rather do a video right once than do it half-ass and then come back and have to do it again. So hopefully you see that again. Hopefully see some more reviews. Actually, I just finished the review for Dungeon Crawl Classics RPG like last night, and all I need to do is edit that one and get it up pretty soon, and hopefully that'll be a good one. Then I've got a bunch more. I've got some more books coming in tomorrow, I think, or at least over the next few weeks. And I've probably got a couple more that I'd like to order on that. And you see the bookshelf behind me has got super full. You'll notice I took my old Monstrous Compendium binder out and replaced it with the Monstrous Manual for AD&D 2nd Edition. I'm going to have to change sets soon, and fortunately I now have the time to do it. You may see a set change as soon as I get enough time. That's the question, time, to redo it. You may see more books behind me. You may see I may have to reorganize my my console RPGs and my console games and put them on a shelf and such. But keep an eye out for that. It's been suggested to me that I do a series on the AD&D campaign worlds, and I'm probably going to get started on that relatively soon. And I've got a series of reviews I want to do on the old Elder Scrolls games and other old role-playing games that I really need to start taking off on that. Basically, this channel is about half specials like that and half Let's Plays. So let's talk about the Let's Play part. I'm enjoying Fallout Classic. If you enjoyed my Let's Plays, or if you've been a big fan of my Let's Plays, let me know if you like the new approach that I'm doing in Fallout Classic. It seems to be people are seeming to like it. It's getting a little bit more views than my usual one, but then again, that may just be because it's Fallout. But I'm trying to cut down on a lot of the really boring parts and maybe add a little bit more humor in here and there. So let me know if you like that new format for the Let's Plays. It takes a little bit more work on my end because I do have to record a little bit more and then cut down. But I'm willing to do it, and I really like it. I also am going at a casual pace, like one every other day, in which actually is about the normal pace, because usually I'd be doing two at once, and I'd be doing one, then the other, then one, then the other, and I like that kind of pace out there. I just haven't started my second Let's Play here, but I will soon. I've narrowed it down to a couple. I was gonna do Ultima Underworld, but I may not. I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do yet. After Fallout Classic, I will be segueing right directly into Fallout 2 Classic. So for those of you who are looking forward to seeing me play that, it won't be long. I understand Fallout 1 is a relatively brief game. But if you like this new leisurely pace, if you like the new format, let me know. I will go probably if it's positively received, I'll probably streamline it a little bit more and go a little bit more in that direction. Not too much. You're not going to see like super jump cuts everywhere, but I will be trying to reduce it to the most informative and amusing parts rather than just watching me wander around maps for hours on end. Yeah, so let me know on that. I've got live streaming that I want to do. I've been talking about this for a very long time. I hit my 1,000 subscribers, so that actually opens up Super Chat. I'm not sure how useful that's going to be, but it's a positive incentive to me to try to make time for this stuff. I want to be more interactive with you guys. I want to set up a stream, like public streams for doing Let's Plays that are something in line with what I do for my Patreon streams, and more on my Patreon stuff in a sec, But the way I do my Patreon streams now is I basically take suggestions for a game, and I do kind of like a mini Let's Play live on the stream, and let them have because I've only got a couple patrons that watch my Patreon streams, but I've been doing them just to get into the practice of it. And I may do public streams that are similar to that, but using different games. Let me know if you'd like to see that. I would. It's been on my to-do list for a long time, but I can go ahead and make some time on it. And if you would like to see me do live streams, either of tabletop stuff or let's play stuff, let me know what kind of schedule that you think that you'd be able to tune in on, because like if I do it once a week, I want to pick a day where people can actually view it, but I understand that there's a lot of people already doing live streams that other people like to hop in on, so we'll see. I'll try to set something up where I'm doing at least one or two of those in the near future. And yes, I know I've been promising that for a long time, but this time I really mean it. I've done all the prep work for it, so there's no reason for me not to do it. Let's see. I got a bunch of tabletop stuff I've already talked about. Got some more Goblin Gears in the queue. I've been doing... Okay, and this is probably like a general announcement. I'll probably put one specific to this game out there shortly. But I've been doing a Patreon D&D game that we're probably going to want to open to more players pretty soon. It is currently running Wednesdays from 2 p.m. to like 5 p.m. Central Time. I think that's the day. Yeah, Wednesdays. Most Wednesdays. Right now we're taking a break because I've only got like 2 patrons that were interested, and one of them is out until June. But that gives me time to include people. It's actually going to be a dungeon crawl focused game. But right now they haven't been, they've been kind of mixing it with outdoors adventuring and a couple dungeon crawls just to get into the spirit of things. And then once they move on to their eventual destination, it will be mostly a mega dungeon crawl. And it won't be like the same group every time. What it'll be is like an episodic thing. So right now they've discovered the lead on where this mega dungeon is, and right now they're traveling to it. But once they get to the area, what it'll be is it'll be like a 2-part thing. One, there'll be like this little hamlet that they help develop up, and they decide, we want to contribute to this building or contribute to that building, and build various structures in a hamlet starting from zero, so that they have their own customizable base of operations. And then the other part will be like an episodic thing where you've got this mega dungeon, and each week or two we get together a group, and it can be the same group or it can be other groups, and they go to this one mega dungeon, accomplish one task, and then come back out. And then the next week, there's another mission. And, some missions may take 2 sessions to complete, but I'm trying not to get more than 2 sessions on a mission, even though they're going to the same place. And in that way, I'll probably be able to expand this thing in a manner similar to the old mega dungeons really did. And add new sections, like, okay, you're doing a mission this time, and it'll also let me put a lot of variables in terms of the character levels out there. So say one week you just got a bunch of new people and one old person, then the old person can go ahead and start a new character or whatever and journey with a new and voyage on with the new people. And hopefully it'll be like that. It's 5th edition. It's all 5th edition right now because 5th edition seems to be the go-to that everybody loves. And I gotta be honest, I like 5th edition. I love the old editions, but I like 5th edition. I like 5th edition better than I have a D&D game in a long time. I hate to say this, but even I enjoyed 3rd edition, but I think I like 5th edition better than 3rd edition. I'm going to say that right here. I'm probably going to get a lot of hate mail for that, but I actually like 5th edition better than I like 3rd edition. I liked 3rd edition. I'm not one of those people that said, oh, 3rd edition sucks. No, I liked 3rd edition, but I think I like 5th edition better than 3rd. I actually started, and this is a little bit of background on me. I'm probably the bad place to do it, and I'm probably just rambling here. The first D&D game I ever played was Beckme Redbox, basic D&D Redbox. The Menser, I think, is the one, the editor on that one. And then the first time I really got into the game with a bunch of people in a group was AD&D second edition. Now I did play some first edition, but not until I played some second edition and some red box basic for quite some time. And really, I grew up mostly on second edition. That was what occupied most of my high school years, where I was talking to people. So that, you tend to enjoy the edition that you started on, and so second edition is real big on me. I enjoyed pretty much every edition except this one right here. Kind of like that on that one, but yeah, fifth edition I'm really enjoying right now better than I have in a long time. I honestly I'm enjoying playing fifth edition better than I have most of the editions since like high school. So there you have it. And I've rambled on a lot about that, haven't I? Well, getting to know you just a bit, letting you know a little bit about me, and I'm sure that a lot of people probably disagree with my choices there, but that's how it is. But yeah, I just want to keep you updated. If you've got any commentary, if you've got any feedback, let me know. Oh, one more thing before I go. One more thing. I know I'm ranting here. One more thing before I go. I'm going to make a mild adjustment to my Patreon reward levels. Right now, those of you who don't know, for $1, it gets you early access to my videos. And then the other tier is like $5, which gets you access to my Patreon streams, as well as access to like my notes, which I need to update, by the way, but my notes and my scripts and such, which I've put on there. And then occasionally I'll do additional stuff on my Patreon stream that is just Patreon. It's not necessarily like RPG stuff, but it's like just Patreon exclusive stuff. If I do a video and I think, hey, this is interesting, I'll go ahead and pop it up there. I actually just started that this month. But I'm going to go ahead and do some rearranging on my Patreon things to try and open up my streams to more Patreons. I'm going to bump that down to the $1 level. So $1 coming up, not immediately, but coming up, is going to give you access to like my Patreon streams. I'm going to try and do 2 of those a month. And then more than that, I'll figure something out on that. But keep an eye out if you've been thinking about donating to my Patreon, but you haven't. What I've been offering really hasn't sold you on it. Just go ahead and let me know what you'd like to see, so I can consider it. Because I'm really gonna. I'm gonna really get intent on redoing my Patreon rewards to try to. First of all, to try to better reward people who have had the generosity to give me a little bit of cash towards upgrading my equipment and such, and then also, basically attract more patrons. I'm not going to put it any other way. I've got so many plans for this channel, and they require a fair amount of expenditure that I just don't have right now. So I'm trying to focus on growing my channel so I can make better videos, so I can grow my channel so I can make better videos. It's an endless thing. Anyway, I hope that I continue to be entertaining for quite some time. I need to do a video. Telling you guys my inspirations for getting into YouTube, because it's just been a fun little hobby for me, and I've just been trying to refine my techniques all this time. And I know I'm a long way away from being professional and all that, but there are very few YouTubers that really inspired me to get into doing YouTube, and several of them have gone. Well, not several of them, but a couple of them have gone downhill over the years, and it saddens me a lot. And I know at least one of you in the comments is going to know exactly who I'm referring to with that one. But more than just one person has gone a little bit downhill over the years, and it saddens me to see that. But I really want to give shout outs. I really want to basically do a video that's just basically what inspired me to get into YouTube, as well as a video on what inspires me on like RPGs and such. Maybe do a whole series about inspiration. That'd be interesting. Anyway, I am done rambling here. Thank you all for the continued views. Thank you all for the continued support. Leave me any sort of feedback in the description below. Look forward to more videos coming up. God knows I need to get them out there. At this point, it is all on me. My new setup makes it 100% easier to get stuff out. I just have to find the time, real life, to sit down in front of the computer and do it. And I intend to be doing this for the foreseeable future until I can't justify it or I can't do it anymore. And yeah, I know the gray in my beard says that that may be sooner than later for some of you guys, but in terms of me not being able to do it eventually, but hopefully that will be a long time away. So we'll continue to do this. Anyway, much appreciation for all my viewers. This has been the RPG Crawler. If you like what you see, remember to leave a like. Leave me comments below if you got feedback, and please give me feedback. Subscribe for more RPG content, both computer and tabletop. And if you want to check out my Patreon, it's patreon.com/rpgcrawler, or I'll put the links in the description below. Until next time, take care and goodbye.